Yeah. 1600s, this would be, you know, America starting to establish itself. Okay. This will give us some interesting detail. Not very gamer of me, I know. I know. But I did my best. He had a little head. Like a really little head. Example of steam engines. Exactly. No thoughts, only war. Only war. Who is this guy? Is this all in Danish? Don't know. Maybe it tells me. Oh, this is Christian the Fourth. So he's the guy that built the bridge that I walked over and did a lot of like the castle construction that later got replaced by his son. Some textile. A little Danish flag. Ooh, Russian stuff. Let's see here. Pre-Soviet Russia. Very fancy. Very, very fancy. Little glass sculpture too. Yeah, that looks very Russian. The good old times. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get into the bad times. You guys had so many hats. So many hats. Ooh, what does this say? Cannon loading tools. Little baby cannon. Oh, that's the weight of what it would be. 5 kilo ball. Ooh, this seems to be influenced by Polish hussars. Let's see what it says. Hmm. Royal armor. Oh, collection of biographies. Good to know. We're starting to get very late into the period of swords where they just kind of got a hit. You don't rely on them that much anymore. Look at that tip. Oh yeah, that ship is quite nice. I think this is this might be let's see here. Okay, this isn't the ship that I saw. I got to go see one on the coast recently, but it was later towards the War of 1864. It says there's a mortar in here, but I don't see a mortar. I don't see a mortar. Hmm. Yeah, it says that's supposed to be in there, but they must have taken it out. Another fancy cannon. We'll go to the other side of this one because I think it'll be more interesting from over there. Some like ship engravings for the bows. More just boat sections. Some wood lions. More just war boats. Boats and boats and hoes and boats. Well, where's the 1864, 1875 to 79? I would think they would have a section on the war that they lost in southern Jutland. 1864, 43. Interesting. I don't know why they skip over that. Maybe it's all over there. But yeah, by now the Germans had gotten onto like the Dreyfus Needle rifle. Is this the frigate that I saw? No. Model ship of Klein Love. Lieu, I think. My Danish is still not great. I have to practice hearing things more often. Just some general maps. Preparing. And then we kind of get into modern stuff. So this will be fun. Wait, what? Oh, that's 16. That's why. I'm bad at math. I'm like 200 years off. I knew things seemed wrong. More hats. Lots of hats. Somebody's personal hat collection. I know, I wish we still had cool hats. Like, especially these horsehair ones. That's so cool. That looks, I mean, looks cool from the front, but like the side is kind of boring. Falconry, really fancy ornate horse saddle, fancy stirrups, baby cannon, baby dagger. This is about the war with Algiers, so I don't know much about that period. The Cowberry War. More fancy hats. Some cannons. Fancy shiny armor. This is all stuff from the Danish royals at this point. All their royal guards. Like, look at that belt. I wish we had belts like that still. Still rocking the bicorns at this point in the late 1800s. Or, no, late 1700s, early 1800s. Oh, war with London. Who would have guessed? Let's go see what that looks like. Oh, it's just a big old flag. What's this bucket? Bucket of glowing for glowing cannonballs. Huh. I guess I should figure out what that one stumpy thing is. Oh. Christ, 1.5 meters thick wood. So I guess that's the 1.5 meters stuck behind it. I can go back and see why they're trying to say that they're glowing. No, they're glowing because they're glowing quite red, and they used to heat them up to... I get it now. So they've kind of disintegrated over time, but they used to heat them up to catch the enemy ship on fire. Kind of the saber. See if there's anything interesting about that. Memorial saber. Yeah. Was not used in war. Metal from Alborg. Locks of somebody's hair. That's someone's hair. Then we have a bunch of old school war medals. I'll take a look at the board so that if I review this VOD, I'll know what they're all for. Back before they had fake diamonds. Hold on. See here. Oh, Second War with England. Oh, that looks like part of artillery. Fragment, oh, it's in Danish. Yeah, fragment from one of thousands of British grenades. That's a huge grenade. That is a huge grenade. Like, hand for scale. And that's even like a meter back. Oh yeah, they're 9.5 inches. What is that in? And of course it lists it in English, English measurements too, even if you go to Danish. Let's go see if we can find 1862 or get some, because this all period is pretty condensed. Here, sorry, 1864. We'll go find out about when Denmark lost half of Denmark. First Schleswig War. We need the second one. 1864. Alright, we found it. So, Denmark, like, lost most of Jutland. Oh, that's a casket. Some stereoscopic images. Mortar shells. I think that's the Dreyfus needle rifle, if I recall correctly, which is what the Germans had. And then behind it is the flintlock that would have been the primary arm of the Danes. Ooh, surgeon's tools. Yeah, most of us lose half of our country at some point in time, except America. More surgeon's tools. Let's see here. I think this is all just about like war front medical. Vand water, brandy, cognac, candle. Yeah, this is all medical supplies throughout time. Some really early splints. I used to reservice tanks like this, and what they do is they'll have stamps of when they were recertified. And given the modern look of this, it probably has a swastika on the back of it, because they used to stamp those when they were recertified in Germany. Yeah, America still has everything ahead of it for it. We have fun stuff to look forward to. 1914 to 1918. So we're getting into World War I. Oh, that's all in Danish. Yes, World War I. That would have been the uniform. Let's see what rifle he was carrying. Oh, it's a Krag Jorgensen. Excellent. So that's a shell loader. So you dump the bullets in the side and kind of see it. You'd open that little flap up, and it's a bolt action that you dump ammo in the side of. Let's see if they talk about it in here. Nah, just the uniform. Maybe over here, yes. No, they just talk about the Gewehr 98, which is not the one that they show there. That's a Krag Jorgensen behind us. This is a Gewehr. Sword bayonet, very long. What is this little hanging bit of stuff? Oh, shell splinter. Yeah, it would have been nasty to catch one of those. There's a Pickelhaube in there, which is German, or Prussian, potentially. Yeah, they say it's German. 96 Fusilier, or the 86 Fusilier Regiment, which was one of the so-called Danish regiments in the German army. Yeah. Fragmentation mortar round. Potato masher grenade. Wire cutter. Then a Walther P08. And this is all looking to be World War II, yeah. Based on the cross, 1940. So early, or well, mid-war artillery. That's the back of the uniform. We'll go to the other side. But first, we have to look at what the Germans made. No, this all appears to be English and Allies. So I think that's an American uniform. That's a Ma Deuce, if I ever seen one. M2 Browning shoots a 50 cal. Yeah, pineapple grenade. Webley Mark II. Colt 1911. Well-rod pistol. Sten gun. Yeah, that's, I believe, the British Air Force. Or the, yeah, that, I believe is, hold on, let's see what this says. Denmark. Oh, it's the Danish Air Force, I think. Huh, interesting. Some weird revolving pistol. Looks very handmade. What is that? 59. Oh yes, homemade revolver. That's 55. Oh, homemade Sten gun, no wonder. Yeah, there's a lot of homemade stuff in there. What is 68? Type-C drop container. And then I'm not sure how they're going to feel about this on Twitch, but we've only got the one viewer. We've got the German stuff. So this type of camo ended up being used by the East Germans, and this by the West Germans, which is interestingly enough after the war. STG 44. Oh, okay, yeah, in education, perfect. Panzerschreck, MP30. I know the P08, Walther PPS, I think. Flare gun. I think that's a gas canister. MG32 or 42. They were about the same thing in the US and ended up adopting these. Oh yeah, most of these guns are very iconic in games. Officer's Saber. SS uniform. My grandmother's sister was raped by an SS man, and that's how a lot of, well, one of my cousins is, or uncles is from, and then the rest of them are from a different man, but fortified front on the artillery cannon. More crosses. Old helmet with some with holes. Some more Stens. Looks like another handmade one, and then a regular one. Looks like most of the time they just chopped off the wood and attached a pistol grip. SS helm. Gas mask. SS officer. Then we get into more American stuff. That looks to be Standard Army or Paratrooper. It's hard to distinguish, but we've got the M1 Garand sitting comfortably there. Oh, I can't remember what we called this monstrosity of a machine gun, but they were developed for the French Resistance. Above it, we have a Springfield 1901, I think. And I believe that might be an FN. That's a weird cut on this slide. Let's check that out. FN and Colt basically had almost identical patents for... Oh, it's a Swiss version. Interesting. It does. It really does look a bit sad. Yeah, more functional, more utilitarian. I think that's a G3. That looks a lot like a G3. Hold on. '24. HKM75. Okay. Still Heckler and Koch. This is all post-war stuff. I guess that might be Danish military then, but the helmet is definitely an American style. Modus. I think that's the modified version of the MG32 that they called the MG53. That is an AT4, I think. And then that's a Bren. Then we're getting into kind of 70s and 80s stuff. Ooh, Soviet. Ooh, front page of the magazine. It doesn't tell me what it says. Soviet warrior? Okay. Yeah. Hammer and sickle on the badge there. I can try and get a better view of it. There we go. So I'm guessing that's Danish in the back. I can look rather than guess. NBC suit. Nuclear. The NBC was directed into. Okay, yeah, those are for the Danish armed forces, and we're in case of like nuclear war. Made by Heckler and Koch as well. I don't know, once war gets this modern, it kind of is like almost not as interesting. (1991) jet suit. Alpenflage, that is the drippiest camo you can get. Comes from German. It's like a urban camo. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go get a better look at the Alpenflage. Oh. It was to battle against Serbs. Hold on. This is going to be interesting. There is a British SMLE. This gun was developed in World War I. And I'm guessing it's one of the Soviet guns. It was reinforced by the war in the Afghani, Khyber Pass guns is what they're usually called. Because they end up with all sorts of weird modifications on them. Let's see if I can get more info on it. Old tribal Afghani, yeah, it's a Kyber pass gun essentially. AK. Yeah, it's looking. I mean, it doesn't scream Kyber pass, but it does look old. Those foregrips were not super common. What is this? I think that's a javelin. Yeah, javelin. It says that there's supposed to be like the outline of an airplane wing in here, but I don't see it. This will be a fun one. Peace. Peace. There's no screen on this side. Hold on. English. Flag was donated by Peace Vigil. Huh. It's just a peace flag. That, it seems, it's just a neck collar. That's all they say. Missing. Looks like it's some kind of like measuring and administration device for either medicine or injection, maybe. No, yeah, that's an intravenous catheter and syringe. The other one is missing, but we all know what that is. It's just a plunge syringe. This soldier's shoes. In the 1800s, everything relating to military uniforms and equipment in the Army was developed and provided by the military department. Here are some examples of the uniforms. A uniform accoutrements that had been approved by the King and the Ministry of War and also stored. So, yeah, some things you were expected to wear. These coats, this light blue one, hella drippy. US stuff. So they were buying things from anyone they could get. (2003 to 2001). So that's, yeah, all about, the more modern stuff. Oh, there's the aircraft wing. I couldn't see it. It was above me. Gamer move. Yeah, press uniform with the mics. Transactional from what's probably a Jeep. Oh, it's an oil valve. Okay. Nobody cares about oil valves. Still using a very old style of helmet, though. Then we get into, modern stuff. And after that, it's empty. For future exhibitions, I'm guessing. But we've got some aircraft that have been used for things. There's one section, and they either changed it or I can't find it. But I'll look at some signs and see if I can. Because they used to have a whole hall of cannons. Another AK modified AK variant. Where's this one from? South Africa. Okay. Horn of Africa. Okay. Never mind, not South Africa. It's about the war with, or like the conflict in Somalia. Some submarines. The part that I'm looking for, hey Dova. Old map of Copenhagen, I think. Yeah. The part that I'm looking for has all the ship cannons. So we may pop down this stairwell really quick and see what there is. Just says exit. Maybe not that way. There might be one that says like Navy. It's not just this stuff. Some really cool ship decorations up there though. It has been a minute. It has. I also don't know if my reception's going to hold when I get down because these walls are thick. These are some thick walls. I should have grabbed a pamphlet with a map. But, you know, that was an afterthought. More naval war, but not the cannons that I'm looking for. It had this massive hall with just cannons. Just normal walls. No, these are real thick. Like, that amount of space is not normal. That's usually for defensive reasons. Oh, I see it. It's a wall. There's an arrow to the cannon hall. That's what we need. We need the artillery hall. But I swear that there were more down there when I went the first time, because I was just down there. Cannon hall. It does say down. We'll see what's up first. Oh no, we can't go up. There's a... Maybe I'm just blind. No, they definitely removed some of the cannons. But I'll go through them again. Because this used to be in a different room. The Toyota used to be like back and to the right, I feel like. Unless I'm dumb and didn't follow a sign. Huh. No, they've just changed it quite a bit. This used to be kind of different. There used to be just kind of a wall of cannons going back to there. And they were really ornate, which is too bad. They don't have them out anymore. But this one's really cool. I kind of went through it earlier. This one's from Florence. It is a fancy cannon. That's just a normal cannon. Then they've got like this. Which, cool that it was like operated with actual like locks like that. Oh, I can't zoom in, but it says it's 1700 kilograms. Uses a 120 millimeter rifled muzzle loading cannon, and yeah, shot grenades. There also used to be a really cool display on like how they milled the cannons out using vertical buildings in Copenhagen, but I don't see that display here anymore. Yeah, mortar. And then an old howitzer. We'll go look back at the big, newer one in a second. Women in cannons. I know, Eiley, I know. I know. We'll not talk about it too much. But cannon. Very big cannon. It's breech loaded. And here's the other really fancy one. There were some people there in front of it, and I didn't want to catch them. Boom. And I can get close enough to see the sign, I think, this time. 177 millimeter. Exactly. Just like the detail in that casting, though, even though, well, no, because you wouldn't have a way to rivet it on, I guess. So yeah, that all had to be cast on in the beginning. Then we got some older ship cannons. This one must have been underwater for quite a while, because it's all rotten. But it's wrought iron, so that's kind of cool. You don't really see that kind of like, looks like wood. That's from the laminations of the steel. .10 centimeter smooth bore breech loading gun with magazine. Oh, interesting. It had a magazine. Oh. Okay. That's the magazine back there. Interesting. I didn't know that was done. Yeah, it just says Middle Ages. 1300. They start getting fancy. Oh no, it says it worked for 300 years. Smooth bore. And then we get into, yeah, guns in the 17th century became more. And then we get into like rifling, which kind of gives it that weird shape to the barrel. Then we get missiles. Oh, this is a fun one. Killer robots are coming. So I guess this is the killer robot. Yeah, I think this is like a SAM, or like surface to air missile. Okay, let's go check out the last ones, and then we'll head out of here, and I'll show you some of the government buildings. I guess this one's radioactive. No, I'm nowhere near home, Dova. I'm like 1,000 miles away. Well, I think it's 9,000 miles away. I guess this was a gun designed to shoot nukes. Nuclear testing at the Bikini Atoll, that's American. Look at all this red. Who would do this? Who would paint this all red? But this gun is huge. Okay, and we'll go look at, let's see, do they have, no, it's not the same display, but it kind of shows what a naval harbor would have looked like. Who cares about harbors? We care about Toyota. Peak driving right here. Oh yeah, it's almost noon where I'm at. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna just point this towards the ground till I get outside. Actually, I'm gonna mute for a second. Okay, so I'm now back outside. I kind of need a second to reorient myself, because I don't know exactly where I am. Oh, there's a tank, though. We can go look at the tank. It's weird for me that there's no light at 5 a.m. this time of year. Yeah, it depends on where you are in America. Okay, so I would need to be on the other side of the building to, I think, show you where the Royals ride horses in the summer or train them while they're gone. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous tank. Drop hooks. Big cable. Big. Gun port. Vent for engine. Okay. More tow hooks. Very faded Danish flag. Some axis panels. More tow hooks. Anything interesting on this other than the gun? Not really. Not really. But we have the line of cannons. So I think I know where I am. But we will find out very quickly. Sorry about the wind. There's nothing I can do about that. Turn my head a bit, I guess. Oh, some of these were inside last time, like this one. I guess they just decided to show different stuff. Big cannons, lots of decorations. Old mortars. Bigger cannons. More mortars. Okay, now I think I'm headed north. But that's not the direction I necessarily want to go. Because if the sun's above me, no, that means I'm headed south. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. I've gone the wrong way. We'll just go back through. Here's where I need to go. I'm just like, her sun there. I know generally where I want to go. Eiley would be so lost right now. The road to Mads? Yes, yes. We are now heading in the direction towards Mads, technically. Although he's northeast, which is like that way. We're going just north. Right now, okay, yeah, now I see the building that I wanted to go to. I'm just looking the entirely wrong way. Ugh. But after this, we'll take a break so I can get to maybe somewhere a little more interesting. Like the anime store. And maybe have some lunch. Yeah. Yes, this is the way I want to go. So, here we are. This is like their parliament. Like a typical American. Bro, I got skinny jeans on. I got nice flannel. We're talking about, everybody looks kind of the same here. I'm just fat. Cap, what do you mean? Them is skinny. Ooh, hold on. I think this is where I also wanted to show you guys. I think. I'll have to read the sign here really quick. Oh, yes, the library. So this is the library here. And this is like the garden into it. I know. You know a culture is good when their library looks like this. Giga Chad. I think this is a statue of Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher over here. Yeah. Yeah, Søren Kierkegaard. And there isn't one on the other side. Normally there would be. I'm going to get up closer to see if there's like an insignia on the building so we can see who made it. Normally there is. But I don't know the royal crests. I only know when they put like C or F and then who made it, like what number they were. So we will see. There is a sigil, but it just looks like a, it's not like one of the ones that tells you who made it. Which is too bad. But we're going to go out around these buildings. I'm going to show you the front of the Parliament. And then also the stock exchange building is how we would call it in America. It has a different name, but it's where all the people would trade on like the value of horses and potential trade during the, I think it was built in like 1600. It's kind of covered up right now, but it doesn't look so good from this side. There was a fire 2 years ago, so they're kind of rebuilding it. So I'm hoping that the facade of it is still somewhat intact. We're going to avoid this guy's photo. He can take his nice pictures. do have another statue here. That might be the king. Because there's a path to the lawn there. That they entirely allow you to do that, Eiley. No, this is just the architect. That's very normal to walk through the grass in Denmark if it's too crowded. Bike ramp? Why are you spitting at me? It's not my fault Russia can't grow grass. I think if we go this way, though, before we go to that other building, we'll go to the stables. It looks like I'm right, but they might be holding an event. Horses are big in Denmark. They love the Umamusame here. We have all the grass, bet. You guys wish you had all this pre-Soviet architecture. Yeah, it's closed off. I mean, they're doing some big events, but I am right. This is kind of where they'll have the horse arena. We can go look at this statue, hopefully. Oh yes, all the tourists who need to be explained what things are. Those who haven't been here before. But yeah, that's where they normally do more stuff. You can kind of see it. I don't know. Do you know what event they're doing? Okay. It's Christian the 10th. Okay. So that's his statue. This is like the back of the Parliament building. I mean, those statues are huge. How close can I get without getting in trouble? Quite close. Hold on. I'm not going to go inside. I don't have a ticket for that. But you can see a lot of tourists are. They're quite big. Like, maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, the clouds here. They're really nice right now. No rain. It's beautiful out in Copenhagen today. But those are the 3 lions of Denmark. And it's not this castle, or this area, but in one of the castles here, which I think is on the other side of Nyhavn, they have the coronation chair. It might be here though. But they have 3 solid silver lions there. Yeah, they're doing some big event because those are where you piss if you're a guy. They got the mobile pissers out. We're gonna go back the way we came though. here. Parking forbidden, reserved. Vegas Platz, Friday 9/3 till 10:10. Yeah, so they're doing some big long event. Just more like the beautiful artwork and like stonemasonry on this building. It's just incredible. Can't believe Eiley called me a grass walker. When there was a path clearly marked for it. We'll take the workers' walkway, even though I don't have my heart yet. I am. I'll do it again, Eiley. Oh, don't have my steel boots either. I was going to say, I wonder if any of them tell us about what event's happening. They probably imported all this granite from Norway, because King Christian X was also the King of Norway. And I think he was Frederick IV's son, which is why, like I said, he spent a bunch of money that they didn't have. And soon after that, they really started getting into the losses with wars. But yes, we are about to be... Oh yes, welcome to the main plaza. Lovely here. Okay, yeah, we can't see the stock exchange. They're building on it right now. We'll see if there's a spot we can see on it, but that may not be possible. But it's quite an impressive building. The scale of kings is hard to understand as an American. Like, don't get me wrong, our parliamentary buildings are big, but not quite so ornate. I think this might be his father, Frederick. We'll go see real quick. Walk around this guy. Yeah, no, the whole June 5th, 1849. I think that just might be him in his later years. Frederick the 8th. Oh no, the 7th. So, not the one that we're looking for, but that's an old church over there. There's quite a few old churches. Let's see if I can fire way off in the distance. That's another church that has a spiral walkway that's shaped like a fish that you can go all the way up. But we don't have quite the time to go see that. And yes, Eiley, you are spoiled. But I think this is where we'll end it for now. Yeah, I have to go to the anime store, and that's You can't stream and navigate at the same time, and I don't really know where I'm going other than that way. Maybe that way-ish. I don't have a compass. What do you mean, bruh? I don't know the way around the city. I'm gonna start it up when I get to the anime store again. Use my instincts. Okay, we'll try. I know what street it's on, so I just have to get there. Ish. Who do you think I am, a Boy Scout? 15 years past that. I'll know I'm in the right spot when I get to like the pedestrian-only street, essentially. And then I have to head east. And the sun is behind me, so that means I have to turn right when I get to the pedestrian-only street. Oh, yeah, there's this cool statue I can show you as well. The museums here are really nice. They're also really cheap. That one was 10 euros. We'll go look at this guy in a second. He's from around the Viking Age. Okay, Flux Cloud, I know where I am-ish. I know kind of where I am.
The tears of a mermaid.
Now that guy's getting out, but we'll go around the roundabout like proper humans rather than just straight through the middle of it. Yes, yes, I am in Denmark. Copenhagen. Ooh, really nice Porsche. I kind of just did whatever I wanted to there too. Ah, it's fine. Ooh, and a Ferrari. Ah, it's a good day to be out on the street. This guy. He is like he was a warrior monk. Around 1000. I don't think they have his name on it, but yeah. Sun. We'll see. Hold on. Well, maybe it was on the other side, but we're on our way to try and find the anime store. If anybody wants to give me directions on in chat, you're more than happy to, because I know what street I'm supposed to be on, but I don't know where I need to turn left. I think it was called Anna Merch. No help. Okay. You're just gonna make me walk a lot more. I get it. Another fountain, but there's a furry here. There's an official furry spotting. But now we are on the pedestrian street, which I needed to be on. Nice fountain with all the cranes. Copenhagen is like 5 hours away from you. Oh, nice. So you're in Jutland. So this is the street that I need to be on. But I don't know how far I'm supposed to go. I've been told to be aware of pickpockets. But what are they gonna steal? My wallet's deep in my pocket next to my balls. The only thing they'll get is my nicotine, which I only have 2 more pouches of. My freedom? Look, nobody can take that away. I'm an American, god damn it. So many slow people, though. I think after this, the road kind of shifts, and I think it's the turn after that I need to go down. Surely I'll find. Yeah, you're right. I will, because I'm smart, dude. Montclair if you need a $5,000 jacket. Right next to H&M if you need a $5 shirt. Lindt. I like that nobody's going to try and help me, though. You guys are like, you're lost. You got to figure out this city by yourself. Magazine, that's a really popular store. Yeah, they all just walk around. They know I'm important, clearly. And stream in shame. I'll never admit to being lost. I'll just go into the Rolex store and be like, guys, they just won't let me film. I'm sorry, you guys aren't rich enough to see this. I think it's the street after this that I need to turn on. But we'll go this way. And if it's not this one, it's probably the next one. Yeah, this looks way too nice for an anime store, I'm not gonna lie. But I know the other store that's like on the corner of the street that it's supposed to be across from. Yeah, no, I don't think it's this one at all. Now I'm walking in the middle of the street because I don't follow rules. Yeah, maybe the next one up. We'll go a little bit further. Tourist behavior? No, American behavior. Yeah, it's not this way. But here's what we'll do. We'll take a right, and that'll lead us back towards the general area we need to be in. And we'll cut back down to the pedestrian-only street. Give up? No. We're in the old section of town. I know where this is. It's not very big, but like these are some of the oldest buildings in Copenhagen. Get some Durham though. Loungewear. Don't know what, I think most of these are cafes. I'll give it another like 10 minutes. If I still don't know where I am, I'll look it up. We'll be back. Okay, I didn't end up anywhere where I thought I was going to be, but I do recognize this blue cafe. So, though I do think I'm, well, no, because I know where I can see where the pedestrian street went. It's like that way-ish. So we'll go that way. See if they have cans of beer. No, I don't think so. No. But here's where a lot of people sell stuff. I know where I am, I just don't know where to go. There's like all the consulates here. Remember, Eileen, not all who wander are lost. Yeah, we're at Nyhavn. Yeah, I know exactly where I am. We can look at this really quick. No. We're at Nyhavn. So this is where all the tourists take the pictures of the buildings. because they're all painted so nicely. And they're right next to the harbor. But we won't go in there because it's packed right now. We'll go look at it. No, we won't end Stream and Shane because I know where I am, like I said. We'll just go take a look at Nijhaven really quick, and then I'll find out where to go from here. Because I think I'm past where I need to be. And I'd also like to get some water or something, but I want to find a 7-Eleven, which I should have stopped at sooner. Should have stopped at sooner. And this is the line for the tour tickets, but we won't need that. This is Nijhaven. You can see all the boats coming through. But yeah, all the buildings are just different colors. There's a tattoo shop here that I wanted to check out as well. But I don't know where that is quite either. But yeah, let me get a beer and I'll be back in like 20-30 minutes. Bye guys.